Minister, I met with many farmers on the pick lines at meat processing factories around the south east over the summer. Farmers are fighting for their livelihoods as the beef industry has been brought to its knees. These farmers are producing the best grass-fed product in the world, but the processors and supermarkets are being allowed to skim off the lion's share of the profits. Our farmers have consistently been obliged to put up with a situation whereby they have been the price takers, while others along the way can see their own margins and ensure massive profits. The fact that there is no clarity as to what margin farmers get for the work they carry out in producing beef illustrates the lack of transparency in the sector. Those so-called protesters are honest, hard-working people who would much rather be at home with their families on their land and with their stock. However, they have come to the realisation that unless drastic action is taken, their homes, land, families and stock are in serious jeopardy. We have been banging the drum on this side of the House in respect of the beef crisis for years. In March last, my colleagues and I brought forward a motion that included much of what was agreed in talks over the weekend. However, our motion, like many others before and after it, fell on deaf ears across the House. As a colleague of mine stated yesterday, this is a reactive government and not a proactive one. And the heads stay buried in the sand until you are embarrassed or forced into action by an RTE investigation programme or the mobilisation of people taking drastic action. This is the reason why farmers are being forced from their land and taking such drastic action at factory gates, because the government simply does not listen. If we lost 6,000 jobs in a Dublin-based industry, it would be solved overnight, and ministers would be fall over themselves to get a resolution. But because in rural Ireland, they don't think the same way. I asked the Minister, in conjunction with all of us, to ensure that the task force that has been established will follow through and that the base price issue will be addressed, and there are other issues, including the 30-month rule, the 4-month movements and layerage, also will be addressed conclusively and proper, so the farmer and families in Carlow, Kilkenny and beyond will have a future in this country. Thank you, Chairman. I could say a lot more, but I haven't time.